now, third base side, it's 1-2.
The leagues used to be so separated that they had different balls for each league. I remember Joe DiMaggio always saying that he would never sign a National League baseball. Always had to be an American League ball that DiMaggio would put his signature on.
Well, he can sign whatever he wants, or wanted to, and it would be worth a lot of money. That wasn't the agenda back when he was playing. Boy, did that ever change. Joe D probably made more money signing baseballs than he did playing the game. 1-2 pitch. Up and in with a fastball, bending Alonso a bit backwards, and the count 2-2.
Well, between that and Mr. Coffee, he did pretty well at the end of his career and
Bowery
playing career.
He had a big deal with a Bowery Savings Bank here in New York. That was another one, but Mr. Coffee was the one that most people would know nationally. 2-2. Strasburg sets. Now the pitch. Swinging a little roller foul up the third base line. That's about 1-2. John DiMaggio made big endorsements. Maybe in the 1970s, total way more than he ever made in baseball. And one of the handful of greatest players of all time, of course. Would he be worth on today's open market? 2-2. Now the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed, strike three. Great looking curveball from Strasburg. Strikeout number 8. 2 out, nobody on here in the 6th. He is dealing. And he deals with Robinson Cano. Budweiser's proud to sponsor opening week of the baseball season. It's exciting to have baseball back. And every fan knows there's only one way to celebrate with a cold, delicious drinks on deck. And the first pitch. Curveball, and that's a little bit low. Ball 1.
Looking at the StatCast pitch chart of Steven Strasburg today, he has thrown 24 pitches down below the strike zone. He's thrown 1 above the strike zone. No different than
A 1-0 fastball outside, 2-0.
He's a jump baller.
Well, relative to what he was, it's not even close. 93, with his 4 seamers. And this is a guy who was triple digits out of the box that first game against the Pittsburgh Pirates. Next thing you knew, he needed Tommy John. The 2-0. Fastball popped up, shallow left, going out deep for Richmond. Here comes Soto, and Soto to left fielder to make the catch. As he raced for what looked like instant contact with Wilbur Defoe, the shortstop, who managed to change course and blow right by him. But the Mets go in order in the 6th, and it's on to the 7th. In a home opener for the New York Mets, Nationals 2, the Mets nothing. On the WCBS Mets Radio Network, driven by your Tri-Honda dealers.
At Rings End, they say it's time to refresh your home with brilliant and durable paints from Benjamin Moore in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. And whether you're repainting something big or small, remember the letters RE stand for Rings End, Connecticut's largest Benjamin Moore retailer with 19 convenient locations. They offer expert advice for both contractors and homeowners, like complimentary in-store color and design consultations. Stop in today and let Rings End help you refresh your home with Benjamin Moore, paint like no other.
New York baseball fans, how would you like to see perfectly as your favorite team pitches a perfect game? And how about doing this at the perfect price? Free! Come into one of Stahl Eye Care Experts' 3 locations for a free LASIK evaluation. Tell us which New York team you root for. If your team pitches a perfect game this season, you could win free LASIK eye surgery. No purchase necessary. Restrictions apply. Details at perfectvisionny.com. That's perfectvisionny.com.
Hi, I'm James Hinchcliffe. You may remember me from such IndyCar races as that one in Indianapolis, or that other one in Texas. I'm in your speakers today to talk to you about the Honda Dream Garage Spring Event, where every Honda has the soul of a race car. Hence me, a race car driver. And you're probably thinking, hey, how is this a dream event if I'm currently winning? Well, maybe you should ask me that question. Call Dream for shipping to the Honda of your dreams during this event. Honda Dream Garage Spring Event.
the first pitch right back to Wilson. It was a hard bunt as he fields and throws to first, an easy out. Mets will take that off the bat of Soto. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the 7th, as we come to you live from the Bob Murphy broadcast booth. Proudly presented by Bigelow Tea. Grab a mug and tea proudly. We've seen a lot of Justin Wilson so far. This is his 4th appearance. He's only given up 1 run. That was off the bat of Trey Turner last Sunday in Washington, a walk-off homer. The Nationals beat the Mets on Sunday afternoon. Washington's only win in their opening series against the Mets. Here's Zimmerman. First pitch from Wilson. Outside, ball 1. Wilson, a hard-throwing left-hander. Has mid-90s heat, really elite-level left-handed fastball coming out of the bullpen. It's been impressive so far. A high set here, the 1-0. Zimmerman takes down and in. 2 balls and no strikes. One of the big knocks against Wilson has been his control over the years. And so far, he hasn't walked anybody in a Mets uniform, spring training included. He has hit a batter. Zimmerman walked earlier. The Nationals scored in the 2nd, the 2-0. That's a strike on the outer half from Wilson, 2-1. Washington's other run came in the 6th on a Victor Robles homer. The only hit against Noah Syndergaard today. Those 2 walks didn't help in the 2nd inning.
Case of a boy found wandering in Kentucky. He says he's 14-year-old Timothy Pitson, and he escaped 2 men who held him captive for the past 7 years. Here's correspondent Whit Johnson.
The Pitson case has baffled authorities since 2011. The boy's mother taking him out of school, then taking him to a zoo and several resorts around Illinois and Wisconsin. She later committed suicide and then left a chilling note saying Timothy was safe but would never be found. Now the FBI is getting involved. Police from Illinois are also coming here to Kentucky. They're reportedly conducting a DNA test to confirm the boy's identity.
Wins News Time, 3:09.
All money managers might seem the same, but while some give their clients cookie-cutter portfolios, Fisher Investments tailors portfolios to your goals and needs. Some only call when they have something to sell. Fisher calls regularly, so you stay informed. And while some advisors are happy to earn commissions whether you do well or not, Fisher Investments fees are structured so we do better when you do better. In other words, we're on your side. Maybe that's why most of our clients come from other money managers. So if you're in or nearing retirement, talk with us and find out why investors are switching to and staying with Fisher Investments. Fisher Investments. Clearly better money management. Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. Visit us at FisherInvestments.com to find out what we can do for you.
Now this message, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit Geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. When's News Time, 3:10, traffic and AccuWeather in a minute.
I was scared, really scared.
Yvette was a victim of medical malpractice.
I went for my hysterectomy, and the doctor cut my colon by mistake.
The damage was serious.
There was drama. I lost a lot of weight. I was in a lot of pain. I was eating with the bag. I was put in a bag for 6 months. And then I had a second surgery. I was in a bag for 3 months. Back in bag again.
In need of legal help, she turned to Daniel Buttafuoco Associates.
He worked with me through everything. I appreciate very highly everything he's done for me. I'm okay. He was an awesome Lord.
With all of her expenses covered and problem solved, Yvette has advice for any friend who has an issue with malpractice.
I would tell you, discuss your case with him. He's good what he does. He will help you.
For a free evaluation of your case, call 1-800-NOW-HURT. 1-800-NOW-HURT. Rebuild your life. The law firm of Daniel Buttafuoco and Associates. 1-800-NOW-HURT.
Wins News Time, 3:11. From the Mavis Discount Tire Traffic Center, here's Greg Rice.
They got a bad one out in Nassau County. Traffic sponsored by Nielsen Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram. Trucks are not allowed on the Southern State Parkway, Larry. Somebody didn't know that. And now somebody lost lost the roof on their tractor trailer. As a result, it got sheared off by the low overpass. As they deal with that, the westbound Southern State just after the Seaport Oyster Bay near Wantai Avenue. You got the two right lanes knocked out. You got a mess building back towards the area of Route 110. Stick with Sunrise Highway instead. That's what the truck should have done. That's what you should do. Cross Island northbound, getting up to the Grand Central, left and right lanes are knocked out by a bad-looking wreck. And we go to the Bronx, northbound side of the Deegan, getting up towards East 233rd Street. Looks like a rollover, knocking out the two right lanes. All in all, it's bad from the RFK Bridge all the way on back to Queens, Grand Central westbound, getting to LaGuardia. A truck snuck on there. Didn't hit anything, though. They got the right lane knocked out as they figure out what to do with it. Eric Nielsen, owner of Nielsen Dodge, has been selected as the New Jersey Times Dealer of the Year. To celebrate, you'll find big savings on every new Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram. Save today the Nielsen way, Route 10 East Hanover, or online at nielsendodge.com spring sales event. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Wins.
Now the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist Dave Samuel with a live report.
Winds are still gusty out there, but at least it's sunny and rather warm with temperatures approaching the 60-degree mark at this hour. We're seeing wind gusts to around 25 miles per hour. We'll see those clouds increasing tonight, but the wind diminishing with a low of 38. Then tomorrow, a cooler day with rain at times. The high temperature 45 degrees. Most of that rain will be during the afternoon. Rain will continue tomorrow night with temperatures holding in the 40s. Saturday could start with some wet weather, but I think it quickly turns nice with partly sunny skies in the afternoon. We'll have a high temperature of 68 degrees. Otherwise, Sunday we'll have a partly sunny sky and nice afternoon with a high of 65. Outside right now it's 58 degrees and sunny, humidity 20%, and that northwest wind gusting to 25. Repeating the current temperature 58 and going down to 38 tonight in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dave Samuel on New York's weather station 1010 Winds.
Winds News Time 3:13.
Want to see Europe? Why not see all of it? Savor authentic flavors of Italy. Uncover ancient Greek ruins. With Norwegian Cruise Line, it's easy to discover a new European destination nearly every day. Plus, book now and enjoy free unlimited open bar, free or reduced airfare, and more. It's no wonder we've been named Europe's leading cruise line 11 years in a row. Visit ncl.com, call your travel professional, or call 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line. Feel free. Ships Registry, Bahamas and USA. Restrictions apply.
It's April. Time to get yourself moving again so you can be fit and healthy by summer. With NJ Diet, it only takes 40 days to lose 20 to 40 plus pounds. Their guaranteed money-back program starts with bioenergetically personalized supplements based on your saliva, hair, and blood work. Then, NJ Diet uses DNA testing to create your ideal diet plan and workout regimen to help you keep it off for the rest of your life. Not sure if you can do it alone? NJ Diet is with you every step of the way. You are fully monitored by their certified staff to make sure you are burning fat and not just losing water. You'll also have access to the doctor's personal email and phone number. NJ Diet is committed to you keeping the weight off. With multiple offices already in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, they've now expanded to take the 40-day challenge that can last a lifetime. Call today, 855-5NJ-DIET, or log on to njdiet.com. Go to njdiet.com and lose the weight for good.
Winds News Time 3:15. Now from the WFAN Sports Desk, here's John Minko.
Larry, let's go back out to Citi Field for the Mets home opener. The live update, Mets and Nationals with 1010 Wins Sports Director Mark Renee.
All right, Mink, seventh inning stretch. The Mets trail this one 2-0. They have gone 7-3 in home openers here at Citi Field. 37-20 in the history of the franchise. It was a pretty good pitcher's duel between Noah Syndergaard and Steven Strasburg, but the Nationals have the better of it. Run in the second inning after back-to-back no-out walks. A sacrifice squeeze bunt by Wilmer Depot plated the first run. And then in the the top of the sixth, Victor Robles led off with a home run to left field. Just barely cleared the wall 360-something feet away. It put the Nats up 2-0. Strasburg working on a one-hitter, the only blemish, a leadoff single in the fifth off the bat of Wilson Ramos. So again, we go to the bottom of the seventh inning. This one's in the hands of the bullpen for the Metsies, who trail the Nats 2-0. Mark and 1010 Wins reporting live from Citi Field.
And Mark, they're underway at Camden Yards, a home opener for the Baltimore Orioles. The Yankees in town. The game is scoreless. Bottom half of the first inning. James Paxton and Alex Cobb are your starters. And a deal of this is what's going on with the Yankees. A year after winning 100 games, the Yankees have opened by dropping 2 of 3 to both the Orioles and Tigers, teams that combined for 213 losses last year. They now have 11 players on the injured list. The latest, shortstop Troy Tulowitzki. Islanders in Florida against the Panthers. The Devils are on the road in Carolina tonight, and you can listen to the Islanders and Devils Rebels on the radio.com app at 7 o'clock. Sports at 15 and 45 around the clock. John Minko, 1010 Win Sports.
Are you taking Cialis or Viagra? Marley Drug has generics of both for just $12 per tablet. That's a savings of $60 per dose. Marley Drug is an independent pharmacy delivering generic Cialis and Viagra to your door for $12 per tablet. Call Marley Drug at 800-852-7354. That's 800-852-7354. Again, 800-852-7354.
Wins News Time 3:17. It was a close call this morning for a boy with autism who wandered onto the subway tracks in Brooklyn. But he's going to be okay thanks to a transit worker.
He's a hero, and all New Yorkers should be proud that he's one of our transit workers.
That's Pete Donahue of the Transit Workers Union. He says an alert subway rider saw the 12-year-old autistic boy wander onto the tracks near the Hoyt Street station. They notified the station agent, who passed the information on to cops and train operators. The number 5 train operator saw the boy stop his train and brought him onto his train.
He spotted this poor child who wandered onto the tracks, stopped his train, got him on board, and took him to safety.
Both the TWU Union and the MTA praised the actions of the motorman, the station agent, and the concerned commuter. Drew Scott, 1010 Wins at Borough Hall, Brooklyn.
Wins News Time 3:18. Does the world have a growing diet problem?
One of the big takeaways from the new analysis funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation is that more people around the world are consuming more calories but less nutrients. The broad-based study involving thousands of researchers, part of the yearly Global Burden of Disease report, looked at 15 dietary risk factors and their impact on death and disability. It says in 2017, 1 in 5 deaths globally, that's about 11 million people, was because of too much sodium and a lack of whole grains, fruits and nuts and seeds. And those risks held true regardless of socioeconomic level. The report points out that it's not just that people are choosing unhealthy options such as eating red meat and drinking sugary sodas, but rather from a lack of healthy foods along with high levels of salt. I'm Scott Carr.
Wins News Time 3:19.
At Northwell Health, we've reimagined what healthcare can be. That's why we're more than just New York State's largest health system. We're a network of collaborators working together to care for millions of patients each year. We're more than just 4,000 researchers. We're a network of pioneers discovering the next big cure. We're more than just 30,000 doctors and nurses. We're a network of experts who offer greater access to life-saving medicine right here in your community. And with an integrated network of 23 world-class hospitals like North Shore University Hospital and Southside Hospital on Long Island, Lenox Hill Hospital in Manhattan, and Staten Island University Hospital, we are committed to providing better care for all. See how our network of innovators is raising the standard of healthcare. Visit northwell.edu/network. Northwell Health. Look north.
The station you know, the people you trust. 1010 Wins.
The News Watch never stops. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 57 degrees, 3:20 on this Thursday, April 4th. I'm Larry Cantor, and here's what's happening. A charred body is found in a storage facility on Staten Island and is believed to be that of a woman who went missing last weekend. Governor Cuomo bangs the drum for congestion pricing at the Association for a Better New York. The attorney representing Officer Daniel Pantaleo in the death of Eric Garner says he has an expert who concludes his client did not use a chokehold on Garner. Lawmakers around the state call for an end to New York's religious exemption from vaccinations. 1010 Wins AccuWeather, clouding up tonight, rain and colder tomorrow.
This is John Minko, the Mets home opener. The Mets trail Washington 2-0 in the 7th. Jonathan Villar with a home run. Orioles won, Yanks nothing in the 1st.
I'm Bloomberg's Larry Kosky. The stock market still mostly higher in the final hour. The Dow up 150 points, but the Nasdaq slipping a bit, now with a loss of 9.
Wins News Time, 3:21. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Greg Rice.
I'll get a word of some street closures through Times Square. 7th Avenue going to be shut between 47th Street and 41st Street as the fire department goes to work on something in the area. We've also got the cross streets of 44th through 44th Street itself, just shut between 6th Avenue and 8th Avenue again. 7th Avenue closed between 47th and 41st. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Inbound George, still looking at a solid 20 minutes into and across on either level at this point. Lincoln 15 in, 10 out. Holland about 10 in, 15 to 20 though on the outbound go. Big issues in the Bronx, North End, Deegan. You're slow pretty much from the RFK all the way on up towards the Marshall. You got a wreck knocking out at least the right lane and part of that middle lane. We got the northbound Cross Island and a crawl from Linden Boulevard up to the Grand Central as they get rid of a wreck in the westbound Southern State Parkway just after the Seaford Oyster Bay. You got 2 lanes knocked out because of a truck that snuck on, slammed into the overpass, and sheared off its roof. The ride on the Southern State eastbound slow from Eagle Avenue all the way on out. Traffic sponsored by Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. The Port Authority of New York and New Jersey is bringing all cashless tolling to the Outer Bridge crossing. There'll be less congestion, improved safety, and no more toll booths. Get Easy Pass today, make your trip even easier. Learn more at joineasypass.com. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Wins.
Wins News Time, 3:22. A gruesome discovery today in a storage unit on Staten.
1 ball, 1 strike. Hi, reporting everybody. Get in over there.
Well, it's been done.
2 outs, bases empty, bottom 7, 2-0 Washington, 1-1 to McNeil. That's downstairs. Everything has been from Strasburg today. He has now had 30 pitches below the strike zone. 1 above it in this game.
He's really reinvented himself to a large degree.
It didn't really work last year. It always takes these types of pitchers a year to make that transition. Actually had a career high in ERA last season. The 2-1. McNeil bounces to the right side. That's going to sneak through. A base hit for McNeil. Only the second Mets hit. It was a seeing eye single.
Drivers with a toll for entering the busiest parts of Manhattan. He spoke today at the Association for a Better New York luncheon on Wall Street.
We have to get congestion down in Manhattan. Buses don't move. The average speed now for a bus is 4 miles per hour. You sit in a car, you're better off getting out and walking, usually.
Along with easing traffic, the congestion pricing plan will be used to pay for rehab and upkeep of the city's subway system. There's been no word yet on how much the tolls will be, but speculation has them at about $12 for cars and $25 for trucks. Queens News Time, 3:24. Investigators in Ethiopia have cleared the pilots of any missteps in the crash of the Boeing 737 MAX jetliner last month. They found the crew had the necessary training and was certified for flying this aircraft, and the pilots repeatedly performed all of Boeing's procedures, but still could not control the plane. The findings have placed increased focus on Boeing and the plane's automated software as a potential cause for the crash that killed all 157 people on board. The first U.S. lawsuit from this crash has been filed in Chicago. A family of 24-year-old Samya Stumo says she was on board for a work trip when the plane went down. Nadja Milleron is her mother.
As somebody who's lost the dearest person in my life, I want her death not to be in vain. I don't want anybody else to die.
Stumo's family accuses Boeing of negligence, breach, and warranty liability and civil conspiracy. They've also filed a separate lawsuit against the FAA. So far, no comment from either. A federal judge in Virginia will hear arguments on whether the government's watch list of more than 1 million known or suspected terrorists violates the Constitution. The Council on American Islamic Relations brought the lawsuit in 2016. Muslim Americans say they were wrongly placed on the list and suffered negative consequences as a result. Fans of Mexican food are celebrating National Burrito Day. Some Mexican restaurants are marking the occasion with discounts, including buy one and get one entrees. Chipotle is offering free delivery on orders of $10 or more. Wins News Time, 3:26. Now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins, sponsored by Dr. Louis Siegelman at dentalphobia.com. Here's Larry Kofsky.
Stocks remain mostly higher. Traders are awaiting tomorrow's March employment report from the government. The Dow Jones Industrial Average now up 149. The S&P 500 a gain of 3. The Nasdaq Composite beginning to back off again. Right now it's down 12 points. Constellation Brands is up 7%, most among the companies in the S&P 500. Strong quarterly results and its move last night to offload less profitable brands to E&J Gallo are fueling optimism on Wall Street. President Trump is preparing to fill another vacancy on the Fed. Bloomberg has learned he plans to nominate former pizza executive and presidential candidate Herman Cain. He was director at the Kansas City Fed, a director at the Kansas City Fed from 1992 through 1996. It's hard to shop at Amazon without an internet connection, and with that in mind, Amazon plans to launch thousands of small satellites to provide broadband access in parts of the world that don't have it. Facebook previously announced similar plans. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56. Past every hour. I'm Larry Kofsky for 1010 Wins.
Now this message, 1010 Wins coverage of the Mets home opener is sponsored by Bethpage Federal Credit Union. Visit lovebethpage.com.
Pop quiz. If you sell a home for $500,000, how much would a traditional real estate agent charge in commission? If you guessed $25,000 to $30,000, you're right. But if you think that's the only way, you're wrong. This is why thousands of homeowners are making the switch to Rex. With Rex, you get a dedicated agent and a full-service experience at a fraction of the cost. Rex uses game-changing technology to cut out the middleman and save homeowners tens of thousands of dollars in fees. See if you qualify by calling 833-REX-HOME. That's 833-REX-HOME. Remember, this is your home. Why give an insane amount of equity away to an agent? Rex offers the lowest fee in the industry without skimping on service. You'll work with a licensed local expert with you every step of the way. Get the most out of your home. See if you qualify by calling 833-REX-HOME. 833-REX-HOME. That's 833-REX-HOME.
New York license number 10991225737. In the kitchen, the bedroom, even the shower.
Excuse me?
Wherever you are, we've got everything you need to know.
Alexa, play 1010 Wins. Playing 1010 Wins on radio.com.
We're watching thunderstorms. Get it first. Get it fast. Get it anywhere. 1010 Wins. All news. All the time.
I'm David McNeil, founder and owner of WeatherTech.com, the world's leader in vehicle accessories. As a pet lover, I started PetComfort.com. So when I needed a new website, I turned to AmericanEagle.com, the website developer that I've come to know and trust since 1999. WeatherTech has grown tremendously over the last 29 years, and having our website designed, developed, and upgraded numerous times by AmericanEagle.com has been a key to our growth. And they focus on what's important, my business goals and objectives. They've done it for me at WeatherTech.com for years, and they're doing it with PetComfort.com today. If you're in need of serious, experienced, and expert website design, development, strategy, and hosting, I urge you to contact AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 877-WEB-NOW-1. That's 877-WEB-NOW-1. AmericanEagle.com, 877-WEB-NOW-1.
Pros do it right by shopping at Lowe's to save on the supplies they need most from the brands they trust to get the job done. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's.
58 degrees. Good afternoon. I'm Larry Cantor. Wins News Time at the Tone, 3:30.
Good afternoon. I'm Susan Richard. A new report on the 2014 death of Eric Garner. Defense attorney Stu London says Chief NYPD Surgeon Eli Kleinman has determined that Officer Daniel Pantaleo did not use a chokehold on Garner before he died.
My reading of the report is that there's no misconduct. He doesn't actually indicate whether there's misconduct or not. He gives his professional medical opinion as to what he observed both in the videos in conjunction with the autopsy report.
Pantaleo has been fighting the allegations that he used a banned chokehold on Garner while trying to place him under arrest for allegedly selling loose cigarettes on Staten Island. His disciplinary hearing is expected sometime in the next few weeks. So far, no comment on London's claims. from the NYPD. A call for Albany to get involved now in the vaccine debate. We'll have that coming up after traffic and AccuWeather. Winds News Time 3:31. From the Ram Trucks Traffic Center, here's Greg Race.
Well, Susan, let's go to the Bronx. Northbound side of the Deegan, getting up to the Marshall. You still have the two right lanes knocked out. They've uprighted a car that had flipped over, but they have bad backups all the way back towards the RFK Bridge. Anything else northbound of the borough does better. Everything aside from the west side to the outbound George is a mess, and the eastbound cross Bronx is going to stay bad over to the Bronx River Parkway. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. 20 minutes at the inbound George on either level. 15 in, 10 out of the Lincoln. Holland about 10 in. 15 to 20, all things considered, onto the outbound ride. Staten Island Expressway, it's bad both ways over to Bradley Avenue. Eastbound, that's where a wreck has the middle lane knocked out. And here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3, getting worse on the southern state either way. Over to Wantagh Avenue westbound, you got the two right lanes knocked out. A truck snuck on, got creamed by an overpass and had its roof sheared off, so they got to deal with that. The westbound standstill from Route 110. LI eastbound slow all the way to the Seaford Oyster Bay, loaded on the eastbound Northern State Parkway over to YU Willits Road. Traffic sponsored by Canon Mega Tank Printers. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Wins.
Red and black, the two colors your printer shouldn't run out of this tax season. And with a Canon Mega Tank Printer, enough ink is included for up to 18,000 pages in black and 7,000 in color. Always printing sharp text and beautiful photos. Visit Amazon or canon.us/megatank.
Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist Dave Samuel.
We continue to enjoy sunny skies, but the wind is building a little bit out there. We're seeing wind gusts of 25 to 30 miles per hour across the tri-state. This wind will diminish tonight, but then clouds will increase as our next weather maker moves through, and that'll bring some wet weather for our Friday. Until then, we'll have a low of 38 tonight. Tomorrow with the rain, the high 45. We should be mostly dry during the morning, but that rain overspreads the area during the afternoon. Not a heavy rainfall, but enough to keep things wet right through Friday night. Maybe a damp start to Saturday, but we should see some pretty quick improvement by the afternoon. With the return of some sunshine, we'll have a high of 68 degrees. Sunday looks pretty good as well, with sunshine and some clouds, a high 65. Unsettled but warm early next week. 58 degrees, mostly sunny in Central Park, and we're going down to 38 tonight in Midtown. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dave Samuel on New York's weather station 1010 Winds.
59 degrees in Long Beach, 57 in Morristown, 58 at the Acme in Hoboken, sponsored by Acme. Acme, your favorite local supermarket.
Geico presents quick ways to change your life. Today, try taking a walk at lunch to someplace you've never been. You could also change your life by getting to know your local Geico agent, so you could save on more than just car insurance. Oh, and since you'll be walking somewhere new, please bring a GPS so we don't have to come find you.
Winds News Time 3:33. In the wake of the recent measles outbreaks, elected officials from all over New York State are now calling on Albany for an expansion to vaccination efforts. City Councilman Mark Levine is among them. He says they're particularly concerned about certain exemptions to vaccination policy.
There's also, in New York State, an exemption for people who cite religion, and there's legislation in the state which we're supporting, which would remove the religious exemption, because you're putting your child at risk and you're putting the children of other families at risk.
Well, the New York City Health Department has just announced that the number of measles cases in the 5 boroughs has increased by 21% in just the last week. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is repealing rules unveiled in 2015 that banned baptisms for children of gay parents and made gay marriage a sin worthy of expulsion. The surprise announcement from the faith widely known as the Mormon Church reverses rules that were blasted by LGBTQ members and advocates. In a statement, the church said it still considers same-sex relationships a serious transgression. At the same time, folks will no longer have to worry about getting kicked out because of it. Pope Francis is poised to name a new bishop for Washington, D.C.
While it's far from the largest Catholic diocese in the U.S., and it's not one of the top fundraisers either, it's arguably one of the most important, and it will now be headed by the first black bishop in its history. The Pope named Atlanta Archbishop Wilton Gregory to be Archbishop of Washington, D.C. The job means he'll be elevated to the level of cardinal in the Roman Catholic Church. He replaces Cardinal Donald Wuerl, who resigned in October amidst a growing sex abuse scandal. The position is highly influential due to its access to the nation's leaders. I'm Steve Kastenbaum.
Winds News Time 3:35. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is reacting to reports in the New York Times and the Washington Post that say some of the people who worked on the Robert Mueller Russia investigation claim the findings were more damaging to President Trump than Attorney General William Barr's 4-page summary indicated.
There's an easy answer to this. Release the Mueller report. as soon as possible.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders, on the other hand, is not putting much stock in the sources behind the report.
You mean the anonymous sources that allegedly leaked confidential information? Look, I have full confidence in the Attorney General and his assessment. He's one of the most respected members of the law community in the country, and I think he's laid out very clearly what his assessment is.
The Justice Department today defended Barr and noted that he put out his summary despite the fact that much of the nearly 400-page report contains confidential information. Barr has said he would release a redacted version of the report by mid-month, if not sooner. 58 degrees now, fair skies, the humidity 21%, winds are west at 8, gusting to 26 miles per hour, 58 going down to 38 in Midtown. Winds News Time 3:36, contenders for some major music awards have been announced. 1010 Wins Entertainment next.
Good Morning America raves. You've never seen Frozen like this. Frozen has joined Disney's hit musicals The Lion King and Aladdin on Broadway. Frozen has sensational special effects, stunning sets and costumes, and powerhouse performances. It's no wonder the New York Times says Disney has set the bar for Broadway blockbusters. Let yourself go. Great seats available at FrozenTheMusical.com.
She used to play hide and seek in your backyard. Now she's getting married in it. So when you see a bare spot, you need something that patches it fast. Pennington One Step Complete has a revolutionary formula that repairs bare spots in only 2 weeks or less. Pennington has been trusted since 1945, and now it works even faster. One Step Complete from Pennington. Honest green. Get your lawn ready for any occasion. Head to your local retailer to pick up One Step Complete.
We alarm our houses, and we alarm our cars. But when it comes to your personal information, it can be tough to know when something isn't right. That's where Discover Card can help. Now, we'll send you an alert if we find your social security number on any one of thousands of risky websites. And this service is free for card members. Just sign up online. It's our way of looking out for you, not just your account. Learn more at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.
Wins News Time 3:38. In 1010 Wins Entertainment, the Billboard Music Award nominations are out. Correspondent Margie Zaraletta tells us who leads the list.
Cardi B is up for Top Artist, Top Female Artist, and Top Billboard 200 Album for Invasion of Privacy. She's also competing against herself for Top 100 Song, Top Selling Song, and Top Collaboration. The other Artist of the Year nominees are Drake, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, and Travis Scott. XXXTentacion, who was fatally shot last June, has 10 nominations. Aretha Franklin got a nomination for Top Gospel Album for Gospel Greats. Kelly Clarkson will host the award show set for May 1st in Las Vegas and airing on NBC. I'm Archie Zaraletta.
Fleetwood Mac stepping in to replace the Rolling Stones during the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival. The Stones had to bow out because Mick Jagger needs heart surgery. Festival organizers say Fleetwood Mac will close the main stage on May 2nd. Wins News Time 3:39.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies in a capsule.
I believe that your company has the answer because I've been through cancer treatment and knowing what it does to the body, and oh my, if that's all that medical science has to offer, there must be a better way, and I think the better way is knowing what to eat and getting it. I do notice that I have less information. I feel like when I'm taking Balance of Nature, I'm getting fruits and vegetables more than what I would ordinarily get. I like when I open up the bottles, you can really smell the fruits and vegetables. I mean, I know I'm getting fruits and vegetables.
When you call, use discount code NEWS, and we'll take 20% off any first preferred order of Balance of Nature and have it shipped to you free. Call 1-800-246-8751. That's 1-800-246-8751. Or go online to balanceofnature.com and use discount code NEWS.
Thank you for making 1010 Wins your #1 choice for news in New York.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 58 degrees. It is 3:40 on this Thursday, April 4th. I'm Susan Richard, and here's what's happening. The disappearance of a Staten Island woman is now a murder investigation. We'll have the latest. A transit worker comes to the rescue of an autistic child who had wandered onto the subway tracks in Brooklyn. A new audit raising questions about amusement park inspections in the city. And it appears President Trump is again changing changing his tune on if and when to close the southern border. 10-10 winds AccuWeather cloudy tonight, down to 38.
This is John Mitchell. The Mets won 5 of 6 to start the season. The Mets home opener at Citi Field. Yanks and Orioles at Camden Yards. Baltimore's home opener. The Islanders and Devils in action tonight as well.
I'm Bloomberg's Larry Kofsky. The stock market heads for the bell with prices mostly higher. A little less than 20 minutes left, and the Dow is up 163. The Nasdaq still down 8.
Winds News Time 341. Now traffic and transit. Here's Greg Race.
A lot of problems in the Bronx, pulling up the 1010 winds jam down eastbound cross Bronx right near the Sheridan and the Bronx River Parkway. You got looks like the 2 right lanes knocked out with a wreck, and it's getting bad back towards the George Washington Bridge. Now, the northbound side of the major Deegan Expressway, we are still looking at issues as well. You got to crawl from right off of the RFK Bridge all the way up to the Mosh Loop, where the 2 right lanes are knocked out with the remnants of a rollover. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels inbound George. Not a whole lot to write home about unless you like bad news. 25 up, 30 down. West side, the best way out of town. Lincoln Tunnel, 20 in, 15 on the outbound go. Holland, about 10 in. Outbound side of the Holland, we're inching towards 25 minutes on this Thursday afternoon. Northbound Cross Island, still a mess to the Grand Central with an earlier wreck. Southbound slammed to the LI, at least took with the southbound Clearview instead. And the Southern State Parkway westbound in Nassau County, just past the Seaport Oyster Bay, the 2 right lanes still knocked out with the remnants of a truck that slammed into an overpass. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Winds.
Winds News Time 342. Terrible news on Staten Island, where the badly burned body of a woman has been found. It appears to be that of the Staten Island woman who's been missing since last weekend.
The medical examiner's van left the scene, removing a body that was found in a locker here at the Extra Space Storage Facility on Arden Avenue.